Imagine yourself sitting in a small prison cell alone. Then a prison guard comes to your door, opens it, and leads you through the prison corridors yelling, "Dead man walking! Dead man walking!" Then you enter a small room with a single table in it, your life flashing before your eyes as you are strapped to the table and prepared to be killed. Hi, my name is Marshall Lane, and today I'm going to be explaining to you why I think the death penalty is inhumane and unjust. I'll be giving you 4 main reasons why I think it needs to be abolished nationwide. 1, it is unconstitutional and inhumane. 2, it does not bring a sense of closure to the families of the victims. 3rd, it does not deter crime like some people believe it does. And lastly, it is very costly. I realize that this is a very sensitive subject for some people, so remember, these are only my opinions and my beliefs. My first case of point for this subject is that that the death penalty is unconstitutional and inhumane. The Declaration of Independence, the basis of what makes our country what it is today, states, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men were created equal and are endowed by their Creator certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." The words that stick out to me in this statement are unalienable rights and life. I realize that the Declaration of Independence is not the U.S. Constitution, but the 5th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution states that there shall be no cruel or unusual punishments. Killing someone is quite cruel and unusual. It is barbaric and inhumane to tie down another human being and kill them. It does not matter what their crimes were or if they deserve it or not. It is wrong, and we need to stop this and become a more civilized people. My next point I wish to inform you of is that it does not bring closure to the families of the victims. In a publication on pbs.org, a story covering the feelings of the death penalty through the eyes of the families of the victims, most of them stated, killing the criminal does not bring back the victim. That there's no way to fill the void of losing a loved one, and no matter what else happens, they are still gone. If this is the case, why are we killing these criminals? What makes us think we just should decide when lives should be taken? With the death penalty, we are teaching our society to fight violence with more violence. This is wrong, and even if the government is carrying it out, that makes us just as guilty as the murderer themselves. The 3rd reason I think that capital punishment should be abolished is that it does not deter crime like some people believe it does. It has been proven that states without the death penalty have had much lower murder rates than the states with it. In a study by Professor Michael Radelet, chairman of sociology at the University of Colorado Boulder, 88% of the nation's top criminologists believe that capital punishment does not deter murder rates. If it is not helping with the grieving of families' victims, and it is not helping our society in preventing these horrid crimes, then why are we taking these lives at all? Well, according to newsgallup.org, some people believe that it saves taxpayer money. This brings me to my 4th and final main point. In the end, it does not save taxpayer money, and we actually end up spending more money than we would by keeping these inmates on death row. Here's why. Although the actual process of carrying out the execution may be more expensive than a life sentence, most people do not know of many extra fees and delays in a capital case. For instance, when a prisoner is on death row, many appeals and arguments can delay the execution for up to 10 years. Prisoners on death row most likely cannot afford to pay a lawyer themselves, so they have a state attorney hired, which is paid for by the people. According to deathpenalty.org, it costs about $50 to $90 million more a year to prosecute all the capital cases in the U.S. In addition, keeping an inmate on death row compared to imprisoning them with the rest of the inmates costs an average of $100,000 more a year. These are the reasons why I believe the death penalty needs to be abolished. It is unconstitutional and inhumane. It does not bring a sense of closure to the families of the victims. It does not deter crime like some people believe, and it is very costly. The death penalty is inhumane and unjust, and it must be abolished. It provides no good purpose for our society and it infringes upon the rights of the accused. And I hope you can see my views on this topic, and thank you for listening.